Hey, we would like to introduce you my wedding experience. Each wedding is different and different people have different experiences on their wedding days. My wedding experience is here to show different wedding experiences from thousands of couples in different walks of life.
Our aim is to help those planning weddings to make better planning by listening to these stories.
We get information and advice from these couples so that those planning on doing weddings can relate to theirs and know how to plan theirs better. This is the reason why I would bring you different couples who made different weddings. Whether small, big, medium, lavish or simple. We understand each wedding is different and different people have different needs.
Welcome to my wedding experience series. We're glad you're here. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell right now so that you do not miss out on any of these stories. This is our couple of the day. Enjoy.
I'm Philip Uganda, I am the husband.
I'm Juliana Peter Lugamba. So we got married on the 16th of February 2019.
Yeah. In Jinja.
Yeah. Okay, so technically we got married on the 12th. That's when we did the civil wedding, and then we had the celebration on the 16th of February. Yeah. I think what made it easy was that we were both on the same page. We knew what we wanted, which was to get married or to celebrate our marriage by the water. So we had tried Entebbe, we didn't find anything we liked. Then we went to Jinja, and we checked out a couple places, and then we zeroed down on Nile River in Jinja, and it was perfect because it had diverse spaces for the ceremony and for the reception. Yeah, so preparations were very seamless for us. Yeah, and fun.
Yeah, we had a Google Sheet. So if you need that template, reach out to us. And that Google Sheet had like a column for like payment, pledges.
Yeah.
It had like roles and responsibilities. It had timelines, menus, music playlists. So it was really
budget,
like our center of everything, of all our planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pro tip: use a spreadsheet. Would you advise someone to have a committee? Is that a good idea?
Yes, definitely, because there's no way you're going to plan a wedding by yourself. No way at all. It's extremely stressful, it's emotionally draining. So you need people who are level-headed at all times to make you make the best decisions. So I would definitely advise getting a committee of friends who are easy to talk to that you can work with.
Without a committee, it would just have been overwhelming. At the end of the day, it's an event.
Yeah.
So you're doing the very same thing event planners do. And there are some people who do that professionally. So if you have the money, outsource the pain.
Yeah.
Night before the wedding was, do I recall? For me, it was quite a challenge. So obviously, we were still in the thick of things. I don't remember which service provider had reached Jinja or not.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember the details. But I remember that's the day we drove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went over to Jinja. I had some sketchy roadside food. So
Don't do that.
like, it's not worth it.
It's
like,
what you know before your wedding.
Oh yeah. Because now wedding day, actually, I think I had food poisoning. So in the morning, I just was feeling terrible. I think even the night before, I was feeling fake. And just, it carried over into like the day up to the evening when I finally had like some dry wine and then I felt better. But my goodness, I think that was the worst decision I made the day before, was eating funny things. So I had like Kavera chips that I think were not yet even, they had passed their time.
This one must not hard.
Yeah, so I think I spent the night before just trying to calm myself, calm my body. I remember leaving the preparations. We did a very quick dry, a rehearsal. We did a rehearsal, and the rehearsal was chaotic because we were meeting a lot of those people for the first time. So we did the rehearsal. It didn't go as we planned, but we just tried to keep everything in order. And I remember I just spent my evening back at the hotel just on my own. I sat by the pool, just trying to breathe.
Must be nice.
I remember you in the case, but I wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So the night of, okay, I think I'll just take it from like the afternoon before the wedding. So we traveled from Kampala to Jinja, and we went with most of our friends because some of them were helping with providing services for a wedding like decor. So we went with them. And so now when we get there, we have to think about, now where we're setting up the table. So we were very hands-on with everything because our friends were helping us with some of these processes. So where we're putting the tables, what time are the tables coming? I remember now because tables and chairs had come all the way from Jinja. Jinja, guys, it's just plastic here. I think chairs only getting tense. It's a movie. Okay, things could have changed, but back then in 2019, we couldn't find many of the things that we wanted. So we had to source from Kampala. So I remember the chairs hadn't yet arrived. By the time we went to bed, only the tables were there. And we're just trusting by the time morning comes, everything will be set. And indeed, our committee and our team pulled off everything, and the people making food came, and it was beautiful. So the morning of was also a little bit chaotic. So we didn't stay at the venue, we stayed at places around the venue. So I remember coming to the venue and my sister saying, don't look at the decor, you're not supposed to look. So I walked to the rooms where we were changing from, and I feel like it hadn't yet dawned on me that our wedding was going to happen, because I kept walking back and forth, asking, where's this, where's that? And in the morning we had a little bit of a rehearsal of the ceremony. So we had a pastor coming in to bless the ceremony, who we were not very familiar with. Not the best idea. So there was
building rapport.
Building rapport is very important with all the service providers, everyone you're working with.
Actually, on a side note,
you have a good relationship.
I think we were quite fortunate that most of the service providers were friends.
They were friends, or so when we met them, there was good chemistry. We were able to work together, like we were buddies.
Sorry,
so anyway, so we did the rehearsal. It was vague. We left feeling like, we'll just see from there. Then went back to the room, started getting makeup done.
My morning was a little more casual. I hadn't done my haircut, and we didn't know any salons. Man, there were so many mistakes. We should do this again. So my morning was a bit casual. I was feeling a little better. So then we hit the town. We're like, let's go and find a nice barber at like 8 a.m. in the morning. So we drive around looking, and we don't know where to go. We finally found some guys. So here we tell them, in order to avoid the wedding prices, we told the guy, just make it nice, we're going for a wedding. This ninja spent like a good 2 hours on my head. He sponged me. I look like an upcoming artist.
Like you're about to launch an album that day.
I wasn't very impressed, but that was my morning. Them rushing back, but generally it was an experience. It was fun. I was with my friends. So you know what, I think the theme of our wedding was not to take it too seriously. Like we didn't want to spend an arm and a leg. We just wanted to have fun. And I think we achieved that, aside from a few food mishaps.
So entourage.
What is entourage?
Entourage is mpelekeze, people who
Best man.
yeah, best man.
Best
Okay,
woman.
those ones are. I feel like those are definite.
Yeah.
But like bridesmaids, groomsmen, those ones who escort you.
Right.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, yeah, I feel like they're not necessary. But what I did is I got bridesmaids who are our sisters. Yeah. So my younger sister and his younger sister, and so there wasn't a lot of running around to do because I was dealing with two people, and I decided with them I was going to cater for the costs of their outfits, everything. So that you're not chasing people, because people do a lot of chasing with bridesmaids. Come and do your fittings. Have you deposited the money? When are you coming? Have you bought your shoes? Like there's just a lot, and I didn't have the heart for that. So I just said, you know what? Let's just have your sister, my sister. Let's figure out dresses with them, and it was very, very easy. And another thing that I tried to do is just ask some of my closest friends to wear similar color to the bridesmaid, so that we could take pictures together and just look cute without that hassle of have you deposited the money, have you done fittings? Yeah, it was too much for me.
Yeah, I think I took a similar approach. So my best man and I wore the same suit, and then the other two groomsmen simply wore like matching shirt and pants. Like it was the most
Simple, yeah.
simple like setup, but it worked. They had like similarly colored suspenders and bow ties, so I think we pulled it off.
Yeah.
I think first we wanted people around us that would hype us, so I feel like if you have the choice, you find your funnest friends who will get you to dance.
True.
Yeah, don't get anyone who's more attractive than you.
What? Why is that even a thing? You're still
Because then
standing
they'll
out.
shine. No, my friend, some people take good pictures. So
But you're still like the star of the day. My gown. First of all, I love my gown. So when we decided that we're going to get married, I did the typical go around town to look for
rentals.
rentals. Go to bridal shops and look for dresses. Just fitting and trying dresses. Also, I'd seen this a lot on TV, trying on dresses and how exciting it was. So I wanted to do that as well. So I went to shops with my mom and my sister. We didn't quite find anything, but we have a really, really good friend who's really like a sister. Shout out to Linda. Her page on Instagram is called, I think, Akulu. So she was at that time in Cape Town, based in Cape Town, but she was coming to Uganda around the time of our wedding. So she told me, you know what, I'm going to make your gown. And I was just like, what? I get to have exactly what I want, made specifically for me. So I was very much on board with that idea. We went together and we looked for material for my gown. I wanted to have a gown that I could, that you could transform from like one shape to another, from one dress to another, which I got. I think what I loved most about having my gown made is that I saw it come together like every single day, because she made it at our house, at my parents' house. So she would call me, put it on me. I was like a life-size mannequin. She would put it on me, pin it on me, and then she'd ask me, is it feeling comfortable? Is it not? And I loved my gown. I loved that it was exactly what I wanted. I loved that it was affordable. I didn't pay an arm and a leg for a custom-made gown. Yeah, I really did like it. I liked the whole experience. So my changing dress was the same gown. It's just that we patched things together, took off the big skirts, and it worked. It worked for me. I was extremely comfortable. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
And Kenny OG made my suits. So shout out to him.
And that's a wrap on this episode of My Wedding Experience. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful journey of love. We hope you felt the magic and joy that weddings bring. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Until next time, remember that love is a celebration that fills our hearts with joy.